What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Back with another live stream. Hope everybody is safe and well. 3 days until Christmas. The festive season is here, people. And Arsenal, yeah, they handled business last night. They made it a little bit difficult in the first half, but eventually came out winners. Arsenal go marching on. Carabao Cup semi-final. Can we win this trophy? You know, this is a trophy that Manchester City pretty much win every year, but we know they're out of the competition this year. Can Arsenal lift the first silverware of the season? And as you can see, the man behind me, Nicolas Pepe, was handling business. Now, I know some people will say, you know what, calm down, it's a League One club. But listen, a nutmeg's a nutmeg. And I'm telling you, mans were getting ripped apart last night. There's still a player in there somewhere. I'm telling you, it's just a case of harnessing it and whether you can get it out of him. I suppose time will tell. Gunnar Vettel said we want Eddie on the green screen. Eddie's got to do a lot to get on the green screen, I can't lie. He plays like R9 in the Carabao Cup. Plays like Eddie Murphy in the Premier League. That's the problem. Taz said, afternoon, good Arsenal performance again. I've got COVID, at least I finally get to watch her live. Hope you're well, get well soon. Obviously, you know, it's a crazy time at the moment. Big up Curtly Shaw, hey, Craig. Don't worry, we'll find a Yardy name for you, you know. Don't worry, we got yard names all over the place. Curtly in the building. Pepe on the background, well deserved, man. He was ripping people apart yesterday. Ashton said not feeling the background. He's not having it. He's not impressed, man. He's probably thinking, listen, man, some League One rejects, man. You know, he's got to do it against Prem players. Sean said, afternoon, Mr. Shameless. Mr. We Don't Care, Mr. Curtis Shaw. I'm telling you, people, don't worry what people think, you know. Do what you feel's right. We're shameless out here. We're flying high at the moment, Arsenal. Cup semi-final, top 4. It's looking good. Let's hope we can finish the season well. Nico Pepe, play this man. Listen, we paid 72 million for him. Let's find a way to make it work somehow. Curtly in the building, Jamaica settings. Yasser said, Curtis, my kids look up to you. Hey, big up, man. Big up the Utes then, man. Big up. Alvin said, would you have Ashley Cole on the background? Nah, man. Nah. I wouldn't. He's too Chelsea for me now. Back in the day, I probably would have, but now I can't. Right, let's go into Granit Xhaka mode real quick, although the mode itself is not the quickest. It's slow mode Granit Xhaka settings, people. Let's go into that. I do not want to miss your comments. Big up to everyone who tuned in yesterday for the watch along. Amazing numbers for a Carabao Cup game, man. I really, you know, was shocked by the level of interest for that game. So really appreciate it. I think we hit 1,500 likes, which was the target as well. So I appreciate that. Oz said your Yardy accent sounds a bit Trini. Yo, that's disrespect. No, really. Now, big up the Trinis as well, man. I've been to Trinidad, you know. Port of Spain settings, man. Trini business. Hey, broads. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Broads, you know I'm a city boy, yeah. Don't let Broads fool you, people. Growing up, yeah, he was barefoot. You know what I mean? Rolling around the countryside with the goats and that. We know about you, bro. Don't ever try and... Big up Broads, man, all day. Big up Fran. Yo. We all moving over. Fran, I've messaged you. If you're available, we'll get the show done tomorrow. I'm saying it on air, so there's no hiding place. We're due a show. Fran, if you're available tomorrow around 2:30, we get the show done. Lots to talk about. Good to see Fran back on his channel today. I was watching that just before I came on, so I hope you and the family are all well. Nico Ross, Clark Pepe in the building, man. You don't know. Come on. But listen, like everyone says, I'm hyped up because I love seeing Sauce at Arsenal. Growing up, I saw Sauce at Arsenal. Dennis Bergkamp, Nicolas Anelka, Alexis Sanchez, Henry, people who, when you tried to come and get the ball, you might get nutmegged. You might get the ball flicked over your head. You don't know what's going to happen. So I want to see some sauce at the Emirates, you know. I can't just have boiled chicken with salt and water, you know. I can't do that. So you got to have some sort of seasoning. Season up the chicken, you know. Jerk it up and, you know what I mean? I can't have no plain chicken. So I want some sauce at Arsenal. Cazorla, yeah, exactly. You know, we had saucy players. So I need him to do that. Martinelli's, yeah, man, he's moving saucy. But so, yeah, Pepe, I want to see you nutmegging, I don't know, Man City's fullback or Liverpool's fullback or Chelsea's fullback. Stand up, If you're in top four, stand up. If you're in top four, stand up. We're shameless over here, people. We're shameless. You get me to stand up once, you know. But yeah, we're in top four. We have to enjoy it. Pepe Rivers, come on, man. Give me that reggae. Give me that Pepe sauce. Yo, sauce up the ting, man. Sauce up the ting. Broad said, I think the Curtis and Fran stream going to be lit when the topic of skills comes up. Listen, I just see Fran. Fran said he wants the green screen down before he comes up. Don't worry, we'll get you an Odegaard one. You know what I mean? Maybe for Christmas we get you an Odegaard t-shirt, man. I know he's Odegaard's lawyer. But listen, good game yesterday. Victory, semi-final. Cup football is just about winning and progressing. And, you know, we done our thing. 5-1. Slapped up Lee Johnson, Sunderland, although they did score a great goal, to be honest. They did move the ball well. But we're through. Semi-final. Now, the draw is tonight after the game. My plan tonight, people, I don't think I'm doing a watch-along tonight for any game. Festive season, last-minute shopping, family time, all of that. But my plan is to go live straight after the game and stream the cup draw. The draw will probably only last, 2 minutes? You only got to draw 4 teams. So we'll be live about 10 o'clock tonight for about 10, 15 minutes. See who we get and, see if we get a good route into the final. Now, I've seen that the FA are talking about cutting the semi-final down from 2 legs to 1 leg to save the amount of games that get played. So we desperately really need a home draw just to show people who are going to be in that draw and, let me know who you would rather we got. Obviously, we won last night 5-1. Brentford play Chelsea, Tottenham play West Ham, Liverpool play Leicester. For me, the one you've got to avoid is Liverpool, home or away. Avoid Liverpool at all costs. At the moment, we can't seem to handle what they throw at us. Liverpool home and away, that's a write-off. If we could nick a Brentford, do you know what? I'd take any of the other teams. I still wouldn't really want Chelsea at the Bridge, even though they are off form at the moment. But Leicester, West Ham, Spurs, I think we could beat all of them. I'd rather play Spurs at home, I can't lie, if it's 1 leg, Anybody at home outside of Liverpool. But yeah, man. Peter said, Curtis, you are the most shameless YouTuber and we love it. Big up Curtis and Cruz. Hey, big up, man. I appreciate that, bro. We're shameless and we love it, people. You know what I mean? Broad said I'd take Leicester right now. Not going to lie. I'd take Leicester as well. Klopp plays bums in the Carabao Cup. I just think if they get to the semi-final, I think he would just try and nick it. You know what I mean? Just think, you know what? Man City are out. They usually win it. Let's beat them. Would you have Spurs in the semi-final or the final? I don't know. I think I'd love to play Spurs in the final, Just inflict that pain on them at Wembley, I'd love to get Tottenham. I'd rather it was at the Emirates, though. I can't lie. Shiv said Arsenal v West Ham semi-final. I'd take that. Robert said, just tuning in, Big C. I think Liverpool wouldn't be full strength for a League Cup game. I think they're prioritising the League and Champions League. Possibly. They're the trophies they usually go for. London Shaft said, I want Spurs in the final and Patino to get the winner. My man was born when Spurs had Soldado. Them dark days there, Soldado. I'd love to get Brentford. I'd say we're in the final if we get Brentford. I think we'd turn them over now. Mendy's going on mad. Yeah, man. Klopp's young players have got Premier League appearances. Remember when they beat us? I think they beat us in the Carabao Cup a year or 2 ago. Remember Joe Willock scored? I think they beat us on penalties. But that's going to be interesting. So we will, as I said, we will probably stream the draw later on, people, and see who we get. Big up Joe Davis with the super chat. Top 4 and semi-final for Christmas. Not bad at all. As I said, if I can criticise the manager, the players, I have to praise the manager and the players. At the moment, if you would have put this position in front of all Arsenal fans at the start of the season, listen, 3 days before Christmas, you'll be 4th. And in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, we'd have absolutely jumped at the chance. Do you know what I mean? We'd have all taken it. So, yeah, clip that Ross on Brentford because they're going to be on smoke if they get us now after I said that. But we'd have all taken it, so I can't complain. I'm happy. I don't know what it is. Arsenal make you pessimistic sometimes where you feel like something's going to go wrong eventually. When I was younger, I never felt like that. I always felt like we were always going to win. It was always... But, you just feel like... But listen, let's enjoy it. Let's live in the moment, Eddie should be on the background, not Pepe. Eddie got a long way to go to get on the background, I can't lie. Take Brentford for revenge settings. Yeah, man, get them out. I would have taken it, and I think about those first 3 games. I mean, the funny thing is, you look at Brentford, you look at Palace, you look at Brighton. All these games that we could have won, we could maybe be 3rd right now if we'd have actually, handled business. But listen, we're in a decent position. Let's build on it. Let's go and sign someone, and let's move. Mangis said, Eddie robbed from the background. Man got a hat-trick. Nico, give me some Pepe sauce. Yo, I'm telling you, don't you ever call me Eddie Shaw, fella. He dreams of being as good as me. What would it take for you to put Eddie on the green screen? You know what? Just bang goals in the Premier League, bro. You know what I mean? Show me that Carabao Cup form in the Prem. Broad said that Arsenal have Highbury, untouchable, unbelievable, invincible. Oh, mate. We were a giant. We were an absolute giant. Listen, let's talk, first of all, before we review tomorrow's game, let's discuss the guy who had in the headline on the picture a certain captain, a certain Gabonese international, Mr. Sweg, Mr. Fofty himself, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We're obviously going to do press conference reactions shortly, and Arteta was asked a few comments. But I don't know if the narrative is changing, but the door seemed to have been left a little bit more open. Sammy said, I miss when you had less viewers and had more time to talk to other people. OG fan here from 6K, because it seems like the same comments. Listen, man, it's times change, unfortunately. I know that's the thing, innit? When you've got 20, 30, 40 people in the chat, it's easier to connect with everybody in there. When you've got 1,000 people, believe me, I read every comment, but, I can't click on all of them and respond. But listen, I appreciate that you're still here supporting. Whether you've been here from day one or today is your first day, big up to the community as always, people. But, yeah, they done the press conference early as well with it being Christmas. But story come out from James Ollie today, who's usually a pretty good source for Arsenal. Now, he's come out and said Arsenal are willing to listen to offers for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in January. Sources claim the situation is not beyond repair, but the club are ready to sound out interest from Europe's top clubs to gauge whether a deal that suits all parties is possible. Which is interesting, isn't it? Like, it's, have they not made up their mind on Aubameyang? Surely you've got to make your mind up one way or the other. Listen, I've had enough of him. I want him out. Let's get rid of him. Or do you actually say, can we fix it? Would we be even better if we had him? I don't know. I go back to Dortmund. I don't think he would want to go back there. I mean, Chris, he's being linked with Barcelona and Juventus. They are loan moves, I have to admit. They're not permanent deals. But clubs need strikers. Yeah, they need strikers. So if you can get Aubameyang on loan and you create chances, clubs would still take him, especially on loan, 100%. Simi said, I'm hearing Aubameyang swap for Coutinho. I think the Coutinho days are done, man. I don't think I would want Coutinho, I can't lie. There are players I would take, though, from those clubs. Aubameyang to Juve, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I hear he's got a house in Milan. So, maybe Italy would suit him. Clubs need good strikers. And as I've said before, and I know people who say, Aubameyang's loyal, you're Aubameyang's loyal. Aubameyang, I'm almost certain, could go somewhere else and score goals. Don't be surprised if Aubameyang goes to a slow league like Italy and bangs goals. Goes to Barca where they create chances and bangs goals. I don't think he's finished as a striker. I just think the mix of him and Arteta and the way we're trying to play, maybe that doesn't work. I think Arteta is trying to be a real disciplinarian, and I think Aubameyang is probably too casual and laid back within that. Knuckles said, I hate the way Aubameyang is being treated by the fans. I have short memories. Listen, I said myself, right, and this was my defence of Aubameyang. Take the armband off him if his discipline's wrong, by all means. Leave him out the squad, fine him, cool. But we don't have to just hate him. We don't have to just hate him straight away. This guy has produced. This guy signed the contract that Alexis Sanchez wouldn't sign, that Robin Van Persie wouldn't, that Cesc Fabregas wouldn't. All these great players who walked out when we needed them the most. Now, of course, Aubameyang will get stick because people will go, well, we gave him 300 grand and then he declined. But at least he stuck with us when we felt we desperately needed him. Unfortunately, there's been a decline. Maybe the style of football, maybe the age has caught up with him. It's one of them, you know. I don't think he needs to be hated, you know. Just go on your merry way if it hasn't worked, you know. He did carry us for 2.5 years. I think people do need to understand that. And the reality is, I don't think Mikel Arteta would be the Arsenal manager if it wasn't for Aubameyang. Because if we don't win that FA Cup, I think he would have been sacked. So Fred said, who is going to replace Aubameyang? How much will Arsenal spend? And this is another thing. If Aubameyang goes in January, I don't think Arsenal will buy a striker for big money in January, because I just don't see Arsenal dropping 60, 70 million after spending 150 in the summer. Fran said he does not feel Arteta ball, and that's clear, so it suits all parties for him to go and play football. I think Aubameyang's future depends on the offer that turns up. We heard the other day that Barca want him on loan with an option to buy. Now, me personally, if you're asking me for Aubameyang on loan with an option to buy, I'm rejecting it. I don't care what club it is. I don't care even if he might give me a problem in the dressing room. I'm not allowing Aubameyang to go on loan with an option. If you're taking Aubameyang, I want to know, if you're taking him on loan, there has to be an obligation that you have got to buy him in the summer for a decent amount of money. I hope Arsenal don't just allow him to go on loan. It depends how far the situation is. The streets don't forget, man. The streets don't forget. As I always said, man, he's brought us great times at the same time. The interesting point was, just to elaborate on this story, James Ollie said this. Aubameyang had enjoyed a close relationship with Arteta, but several incidents have eroded his trust in the player, and sources say that timekeeping has repeatedly been an issue, something Arteta feels undermines the more disciplined environment he is trying to create. And listen, even though, you know, I've been Aubameyang FC over the years, you can't get away with that kind of behaviour in top-level sport. You know, you just can't do it. I turned up late for a game once. It was traffic. But it was one of them where I need half an hour to get there and I've given myself half an hour. So you hit one bit of traffic, you're finished. I turned up late. Manager dropped me out the squad. I was fined and I had to fight my way back in. That was once. This guy's the captain and he's done it repeatedly and he's the highest paid player. You can't do that. It does undermine the manager. Also, you got to remember, this guy's been raised under Pep Guardiola. You've seen how Pep operates. He doesn't take prisoners. Do you know what I mean? He's not no joker. Everybody sit down. Nobody talk. You know what I mean? We know what Pep's on. So he's going to be on the same thing. Sometimes, listen, I'm not just putting this out there. Sometimes it is a bit of a cultural thing sometimes. And I know that sounds a bit of a mad excuse, you know, within certain communities. I do the same thing sometimes. People ring me, say, yo, how long are you going to be? Yeah, I'll be there in 10 minutes. You know, I already know that I'm 25 minutes away from getting there. I haven't even left my house yet. Yeah, I'm in the car. I'm driving there now. Do you know what I mean? I ain't even had my breakfast yet. But, you know, we do that sometimes, people. King said, don't like how fans turn on players when they struggle. Don't forget Aubameyang was leading us on the pitch, scoring multiple goals, winning us FA Cup and the Community Shield. Respect to Abba. And that's where I'm at with Abba. If he leaves, I still think he should leave with a pat on the back and some respect of what he's produced. It's turned sour. It happens. Big up One Rovers vlog. Hope you're well. He said, glad Arsenal put the ex-Bristol City manager in his place last night. Yeah, man, Lee Johnson had to get dealt with, man. Come on, he had to do him. Oz said it's why we say Jamaican time, Curtis. You know with me, sometimes I'm like it, people, you know. Yeah, I'll be live at 2 o'clock. You're waiting at 2:05 and, you know, I'm still not here. And I'm chilling. I'm probably laying on the bed, you know, drinking a hot chocolate. Like, yeah, I'll be on in 6 minutes. No rush, people. Everyone relax. But in certain environments, you can't move like that. It's the reality, people. You know what I mean? Even me, myself, I have to, you know, get stricter with timekeeping and stuff. Hamsik said, for him to leave, we need to contribute at least 50% of his salary. His salary is so big, no one's going to pay it, and this is where the problem is to get rid of him. Halimi said, would you take Mahrez at Arsenal? In terms of the player, yes. The only thing is, I think he's about 30 now, isn't he? So I don't think Arsenal would go for him. If Arsenal were going to sign a Man City winger, I think they'd try and get Raheem Sterling. Mike said, my man Curtis, how are you? I say Isaac is my favourite backup, even though Aubameyang gave us that 2 goals at City. I still believe in him. Selector Ryan, that is Caribbean people, never on time. Laid back settings, man. No rush, man. Relax. Michael said, you're so shameless, mate. You know what I mean? I'm even telling off myself, you know what I mean? And telling people what's going on. But listen, Aubameyang. We'll get into him later. Obviously, the press conference, there is a few comments from the manager regarding him. At the moment, I would still say it doesn't look likely he returns, but maybe there is a way he comes back. But it'll be interesting what happens. Stride said, I still want Sterling. What about you? Absolutely all day long. All day long I would take Sterling. You see Isaac's goal the other day. He's balling at the moment. I have to admit, I wasn't fully convinced by him, but he is doing well at the moment. Let's get into the game yesterday, people. 1,100 of you in the chat already. Big up to every single one of you. Hope you're all well, safe, looking forward to Christmas. And make sure you smash a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's hit 40k by New Year's Day. That is the target, people. And don't forget, if you're peckish, you haven't had much for breakfast this morning, you're a bit late to lunch, waffle settings is on its way, people. And let me tell you now, you're going to need a big plate and syrup, because the way he is gushing about Eddie and Nketiah, mate, oh man, waffles all over the place. But let's quickly go through the game yesterday. I'm not going to go over it as much. It was a League One team. We should slap them all over the place, and we did. We handled business, and we're through to the semi-final. Happy days. Yeah, if you're peckish, people, there's waffle on the way. Big up Callum M, who said, well, he finally caught you live. Big up, man. Big up AK Films, who said, Curtis, the best Arsenal YouTuber. Big up, bro. Let's quickly go through the player ratings. Short and sweet today. I'm not going to, talk too much about all of them. Throw in your number for each player. Tell me what you think. Bernd Leno, 40 came in, did well. Handled the ball well. Got dinked for the goal, to be fair. Great finish, though. And... but apart from that, Leno was pretty solid. It's interesting, his distribution is not as good as Ramsdale. That's the main thing that I felt was evident straight away. It is a bit of a 6/7. He didn't do anything wrong. His handling was pretty good. The dink was, what do I give him? 6.5? I'll give him a 6.5. Give him a 6.5. He didn't do nothing wrong, but he got dinked. Let's go to Cedric Suarez. Most of you giving Leno 6, 7, 6.5, all of that. Let's go to Cedric at right back. I actually thought Cedric played well, His crossing was decent. Linked up quite well with Pepe on that right-hand side. Listen, he's never going to be good enough to be the starting right back on a regular basis. But he's definitely got techers. He took the corners as well. I'll give him... He got an assist. I'm going to give him a 7. Look, all the ratings are going to be reflective of the fact we're playing a League One team, but you can only beat what's in front of you. He has always linked up well with Pepe, to be honest. So I give him a 7. The way he overlaps is something that I actually want to see more from Tomiyasu. Get round the winger, which pulls fullbacks away and creates space. How often do you see Kyle Walker overlap Mahrez, pulls away the left back, and then Mahrez drifts inside? That's something that we need to see. Big up, Gio. Hope you're well, bro. He said, Curtis, keep up the great work. Merry Christmas, Arsenal. You need to let Aubameyang come home to Milan. Y'all just need to pay half the wages. Gio is a big Milan fan. And listen, you got Zlatan banging in goals. Our old Zlatan now, 40 years of age. I'm sure Aubameyang would do bits over there. And like I said, I believe he has a house in Milan as well. And in fact, his brother was pictured at an AC Milan game the other week. So... yeah, it'd be interesting if they came in for him. But big up to Gio. Hope you and the family are well. Thank you for your support as always. Cedric is a fair backup for Tommy, not as quick. Cedric don't have the presence like Tommy. Listen, it's hard to have a top quality backup fullback in it. They're going to play somewhere else. But Cedric, Cedric gets a 7 from me. Nuno Tavares, again, I thought he did well. Got forward. He's actually quite skillful. I just don't know how good he is defensively, really. But Nuno definitely going forward. Got a great assist. You know, knocked it past the defender, whipped it in hard and low. Good finish by Eddie. I'll give Tavares a 7. He was barking up and down that left full-back position. But again, he'll have more difficult evenings, that is for certain. In fact, I'm going to give him a 7.5. I thought he was sourcing, like you said. Going forward, he's amazing. He's probably more of a winger than a defender, actually. Defensively, he's not actually great. I think ideally would be if you played him wing-back with 3 defenders behind him and allow him to get forward. So I'm going to give him 7.5. Just drifts past people. But yeah, defensively, I think is questionable. He's probably more of a wing-back / winger than a full-back. So we give Nuno a 7.5. He was barking up and down that side. His shooting is shocking as well. Yeah, he put a shot that probably ended up in Highbury. You know, it went that far out. So we give him a 7. Let's go to Rob Holding. Rob Holding, mate. I swear he's got more hair than me, and I've got cane rows. He was bald 3 months ago. So, yeah, he got some good treatment in the summer, man, on that Turkey trip. But, yeah, he was solid. He was okay. Holding, you know, my opinion on Holding as a player doesn't really change. He was okay, but, you know, what do I give him? Give him a 6. Thought he was okay. He was better than better. I give him a 6.5. He was actually the better of the 2 centre-backs. He won a few headers. And, you know, you play against lower league opposition, they will try and rough you up. So I give Rob Holding a 6. I give him a 6.5. But he's average. He's average. You know, he's not great. Yeah, he got the header that the goalkeeper saved for Nketiah's follow. So give him a 6.5. Ben White. I won't be calling him Benjamin today. I will be calling him Ben for the simple reason that the goal was his fault. You know, as a back four, something you do in training all the time. You step up, try and play someone offside. The whole 4 of you have to step. If one of you stays in and the other step, you're done. That's what happened. The 3 of them went. Ben White's 10 yards further back, plays him onside, dinks the goalkeeper. And I didn't think he played great yesterday. I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. He gets the lowest rating probably out of all the players yesterday for me. And I know that might sound harsh, but I'm expecting more from him than Rob Holding. Now, this doesn't define him as a player for the season, but you're playing against League One, Donnies. You cost 50 million. This should be absolute light work. And I felt he made it look more difficult than it should have been. So Ben White gets a 5 for me. I thought it was a poor performance. He came off with about 15 minutes to go for Gabriel. And what are you giving Benny? Ben White, 5, 6, 4. Ben White exposed without Gabriel. That's interesting. 4 again. All I can hear is Axel Foley's laugh every time I see Nketiah's face. Ben gets a 3, a 5, a 6. And a 5 again. I'm giving him a 5. Listen, he'll learn from it, but you got to do better than that. As I said, League One team, they're going to rough you up. John Layat said, Curtis, I found that Aubameyang, when he was a youth player, bagged against us in the Champions Youth Cup back in 2007. Also finished top scorer of the tournament. It's interesting. Aubameyang's actually played against Mikel Arteta people. When Arteta was at Arsenal and Aubameyang was at Dortmund, they played against each other. So, you know, maybe they had an argument on the pitch one day or something and never settled their differences. Big up to John Layat, Mr. Danielson himself. Needs Saliba at Arsenal. Listen, I want Saliba back next season. Mohamed El Neni. His performance to me is similar to Ben White's. Matt said 4 for White is harsh. I give him a 5, not a 4. Some people said 4. I give him a 5. Mohamed El Neni, for me, he's going close to Ben White in terms of the rating. Just no impact. No impact on the game. When you're on the ball, I'm not seeing nothing. Yeah, he keeps the ball all day long, but he doesn't give you anything beyond that. I think you've got to do more than that. You're playing against a League One team, centre mid. You're getting lots of the ball. Make something happen. It's just like, it's sideways settings, man. 5 out of 10. Not good enough. Didn't do anything wrong. Didn't do anything right. You're playing against a League One team. I expect to see some sort of quality from you. He's an average player. And, the fact he's still at Arsenal is a bit baffling. But he's not, listen, 5 out of 10, what can I say? El Neni does what it says on the tin. He'll win the ball. He'll pass it sideways or backwards. 7 out of 10 for me. Let's go into the midfield. Smith Rowe, I thought it was a pretty quiet game for him. He came off. I think people were... Listen, he needed the game time because he hasn't been playing in the league. Just looking back at the game, I can't remember Smith Rowe doing that much, to be honest. So I'm thinking 6 out of 10. I actually can't think of anything really that Smith Rowe did. Somebody's saying 6, a 5. Chris said ESR was pretty quiet, a 6. MD gives him a 6. MR a 5. Darren gives El Neni the 5. Standard 6 for ESR. I'm going to give Smith Rowe a 6. Got on the ball a few times, was bright, but was quiet. He was quiet. I give him a 6. Martin Odegaard. Odegaard had some nice passes again. Picks up space. Very difficult for a League One team to pick him up in those little number 10 spaces. So, yeah, I thought Odegaard continued what is a decent run of form for him at the moment, to be honest, which you want from a number 10. I'll give Odegaard a 7. Thought he did well again and, came off unscathed and I thought he did well. Keep that up. Mangis said, Odegaard is proving he is a better 10 than ESR. ESR is probably more of an 8 or a winger who drifts inside like a Pires, that sort of thing. So, yeah, we give Odegaard maybe... No, do you know what? I'll give Odegaard 7.5. Give him a 7.5. Played a look, like someone just said, Christoph. 7.5, simply for that baller pass to Pepe out on the wing. It was a lovely weighted pass. I'm enjoying Odegaard at the moment. I just want to see if he can do that against the better teams. But Martin Odegaard, 7.5. Positive run of form from him at the moment. Balogun. Not a good night for him. Not a good night. And you know me, listen, I'll always try and be fair to young players. I'm a big fan of Balogun. I want him to do well. Didn't happen for him. Missed 2 very good chances. Got booked. Felt like from then he was trying too hard. There was times he should have passed, hitting it straight at the goalkeeper or hitting it straight at the defender. I think Balogun needs a loan. I think he needs to go on loan in January. Go and get 6 months at a Premier League club or a Championship club. So I'll give him a 5. I'm disappointed to do that. For me, he's a striker. People were saying yesterday he's been playing out wide in the under-23s. Didn't look overly comfortable out wide to me. And it didn't work. I'm going to give him a 5. I don't want to annihilate him and give him a 4. But, yeah, he wasn't great. So we give him a 5. As I said, I think he needs to go on loan and get football. Let's talk about the 2 big boy attacking performances of the night, people. Let's start with Nico. Ross Clark Pepe. Nutmeg season, people. Nutmeg season. That left back would have been having nightmares. Hume, his name was. He got humiliated, you know what I mean, by Nico Pepe. Man, listen, as I said, people will say League One opposition, cool. But the reality is, if Pepe had done nothing yesterday, people would have said he played a League One team and he did nothing. He's finished, get rid of him. He's not good enough. So equally, we have to give credit for a positive performance. He could have turned up and gone, what? Big £72 million player playing against League One Donnies and sulked. He didn't sulk. He scored. He got 2 assists, 2 ridiculously saucy nutmegs. Bad boy performance. Some people said he got 3 assists. Now, first one was a header by Rob Holding. Eddie taps it in. Second one was his goal. So that's two goals. Third one was Eddie from Nuno Tavares cross. Then did he score again after that? Who scored after that? No, I'm going mad here. I'm going mad. Did he get 2 or 3 assists, people? Who got the 4th goal for Arsenal yesterday? Mine's gone blank. Oh, Eddie got 3. Yeah, look, Pepe got 2. He got 2 assists. Yeah, he got 2 assists. Two assists and a goal. 1 goal, 2 assists. Yeah, that's it. We have to give him his credit. I'm giving him 9 out of 10. Listen, I only give the ratings based off the performance against the team. We know it's a League One team and he's got to do more. He's got to put that performance in the Premier League. It's as simple as that. But if you're just talking about that performance, he ripped the guy to shreds. That left back wouldn't have slept last night, I tell you that. You know what I mean? He would not have slept last night. South London's Finest said, Christmas cleaning season this week, so just listening. Big up the community and Big C. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Get it up to 1K and subscribe, bro, to 40K. Big up South London's Finest as well. He's he's quality, man. Been supporting the channel for a long time. Big up, bro. Nico Bomber Clark Pepe, 9 out of 10. I mean, listen, he's going to be on the bench at Norwich, and we know it. But I just hope he's put himself in the manager's thoughts that I'm involved. I'm not done. I've seen a lot of people been tweeting, oh, Pepe's done. No, he ain't done. While you're still at the club, there's still a chance. The manager hasn't questioned his attitude. It's just a case of he needs to perform when he's on the pitch. 9 out of 10. Dude, 2 disgusting nutmegs. Oh, my days. Good goal. 2 assists. Bang. 9 out of 10. Keep it moving. People saying 9's too much. Do you know why I'm giving him a 9? Because he had a lot of negative energy towards him. And sometimes as a player, you can feel that, yo, people are expecting me to fail. And like Shaq's saying here, he started the game off slow, First 20 minutes, I was like, yo, he looks a bit like he's struggling even against League One. But he turned up the heat, ripped it up, done his thing, finished the game well. If he'd have played bad today, what would everyone have said? Oh, give him 3 out of 10. He couldn't even do anything against League One team. He played well, 9 out of 10. And let's talk about the front man, Eddie Nketiah, a.k.a. Eddie Murphy, a.k.a. Norbit, a.k.a. Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Cop. Fair play to you. You scored a hat-trick, and I got to be honest, 2 of the goals were fantastic. The second one across the near post, Giroud-esque finish. Little flick outside of the foot at the near post. And then the last one, Carnu settings, little flick through the legs. Great finish. Great finish. As a lot of people were saying, Eddie has found his level. Maybe League One's near where he needs to be, He'll probably get 30 goals in League One. 10 for Eddie. I don't think it will happen again. Do I give Eddie a 10? Or do I give him... People don't want to give him 10s. 10 out of 10 went from Nokia Apo to... Do you know what? For the performance and the finishers, in my head, I'm at 9.5. Some of you will be saying he's got to get a 10. He's a striker. He scored a hat-trick. All right, you know what? It's Christmas time, people. I give Eddie a 10. You scored a hat-trick. You walked away with a match ball. We bear in mind the opposition, but I give you a 10. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Eddie, mate. And a Happy New Year. Festive season. It'll probably never happen again. Eddie Nketiah gets a 10 out of 10. He gets a 10 out of 10. 33-10 for Eddie, Mr. Call Me Nketiah. Why not, people? He scored a hat-trick. He's like R9 in the Carabao Cup. He's like Eddie Murphy in the Premier League. Yeah, what a day, people. I'm feeling festive. He gets a 10. Fair play. He scored a hat. If I score a hat-trick, I want man of the match. I want 10 out of 10. Santa Shaw, man, I'm telling you. I'm not sure. That makes up for all the bad ratings I've given him in the Premier League over the last year or so. But has he... Listen, let's get one thing clear. I'm going to be fair. People think I'm harsh on Eddie. I'm always realistic on a player. I know I banter him a little bit, but I don't, none of it is malicious. Do I think Eddie Nketiah is good enough to start for Arsenal in the Premier League? No, I don't. No. I still don't see enough to convince me that he's a top quality young striker. He's got good movement. He's a fox in the box. I just don't think he's Arsenal standard. I think he probably needs to go and play somewhere else. But as you're going to hear in the press conference, as I said, the manager is gushing over him, mate. You know what I mean? He can't get enough of him, as you're going to hear in waffle setting. So, listen, I have to big him up. Second goal, brilliant. Third goal, even better. First one, poacher's goal. Remember this day, people, the 22nd of December, 2021. I gave Eddie Nketiah 10 out of 10 on the ratings. But as I say, Carabao Cup game, League One. But great hat-trick, well done. Latte said, "Hooray! Eddie got a 10. Hey, big up for the super chat, bro. It was hard work for me to give him to that, to give him the 10, but I had to. Let's do the substitutes, of course. How can I forget? Charlie Patino. I don't care how long he played. He gets an 8 out of 10. Gets an 8 out of 10. He's a kid. He's come on. He's bagged. He was on for 10 minutes. He scored. I give him 8 out of 10. Oh, Charlie Patino. Oh, Charlie Patino. Come on. Tino. Big teens, Yo. The young buck came on and scored 8 out of 10. Bang. Get him involved. Keep him around the first team. Bring him off the bench certain times. Let's give him it, man. Let's give him it. Yeah, he looks like a kid. He looks like a school kid, man. I'm giving him 8 out of 10 for 10 minutes. I love it. Is that the first 10 you've given out? It might be. No, I'm sure I'd have given Aubameyang a 10 at some stage. London Clothing Company, big up Curtis, just popping in for a couple of minutes in work right now, but can't miss the show. Smash the like button. HLN settings, Charlie Patino, big up, man. Congratulations to him. And the future's bright, man. HLN doing its thing. Delighted for him to score. All the other subs, I mean, Xhaka was steady when he came on. I'll give him a 6. Gabriel and Martinelli probably just 5, 6 as well. They weren't on for long. Martinelli spent most of the time getting kicked. And then the manager, I'll give him a 7. Give him a 7. He picked a fairly decent team. I would not have brought Gabriel Martinelli on the pitch. That's the only thing I will say. But apart from that, we keep it moving, people. You gave Pepe a 10 once last season. Fair enough. Patino went home to play Minecraft, I'm telling you, on his Nintendo Switch. But yeah, the future's looking bright. We're only 700 away from 40k, people. New Year's Day, let's make sure we're there, man. We can do it. We can do it. Paul Subs, yeah, man. Martinelli shouldn't have come on. Should have left him. He got kicked and headbutted as well. I was worried. Curtis on my TV right now. Hey, man, big up Martinelli, the GOAT. Man's on the TV, man. I'm loving it. 10 out of 10 for Arteta. Hey, relax, MD. I know it's Christmas, but hey. Right, people, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. If you're peckish, you ain't had lunch, or you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm a bit hungry, actually, I ain't ate today. Don't worry, because your screen is going to be full of waffle. You know what time it is. Mick Ross settings. Back in the building. Mick Ross, every day I'm waffling. Every day I'm waffling. Hey, you know what? He's living the high life right now. I think Rick Ross, the rapper, has actually just released a new album. I think it's called Richer Than I've Ever Been. But Mick Ross, a.k.a. Mikel Arteta, this should probably be called Higher Than I've Ever Been. He's never been this high in the table. So, it's the remix. Coleman music. He's back, people. Mick Ross settings, Higher Than I've Ever Been. New album in stores. Polymation. This has to go on the green screen. How have I never put this on the green screen? But you know what? Looking at them waffles, I'm actually a bit peckish myself now. That pic should be an NFT. I'm telling you, Polymation, man, we'll split it. Get those Mick Moss settings, man. Every day I'm waffling. New album in stores. Higher Than I've Ever Been, people. But listen, let's get into the waffle to round up what's been a good couple of weeks for Arsenal, I can't lie. Man like Coney from Spanish Town, man, he's got his nickname. Man say, the boy Coney from Spanish Town, him there, man, him there. Man, have all heap of corns in every colour Coney's got. It was an early press conference for Mikel Arteta on Wednesday morning ahead of the Boxing Day game. All right, he's going straight into Eddie and Nketiah, so, prepare for the gush season, people. He can't get enough of this guy. On whether Eddie and Nketiah getting more chances is due to the Aubameyang situation. He said, with the way he's performing in training, he deserves more minutes. That is the way I would like to respond to that question, regardless of what happens with any other player. It started off a bit frosty, I don't think he likes the fact that they've related it to Aubameyang's situation as well, Remember, this is his stepson, Eddie Nketiah. He loves him. Man said, listen, he's earned them minutes himself. It's got nothing to do with Aubameyang. Eddie, the Golden Child. I think Eddie Murphy did actually have a film called The Golden Child, didn't he? Johnny said Eddie to get a 6-year deal on 200k a week. I'm telling you, he's probably just like, listen, we'll give you Aubameyang's contract. Sharp answer. First question, bang, diss track straight away. On whether Aubameyang could come back soon. We will go game by game and decide the squad as we get closer to the game. Is there a little tiny bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Oba? Usually he just says Aubameyang will not be in the squad for the game this week. We will go game by game, decide the squad as we get closer. Just bring him back, man. Bring him back. Bring him home. I actually really want to see Aubameyang come back and play, man. He should just do a Tevez. Does anyone remember when Tevez was at Man City? I have to admit, I love Tevez, Tevez refused to come on for Man City, then went on strike, got fined every month, went back to Argentina and just chilling. The man eventually brought him back. He said, listen, I've been playing golf for 2 months while this guy's been fining me, Mancini. Scores a hat-trick against Norwich and does the golf celebration. I mean, that is just shameless FC at its finest. Aubameyang should just, come back, score for Arsenal, run away looking at his watch or something like I'm always late, or just do something, man. But I'm ready for Aubameyang to come back, but I don't know if it's going to happen. King said Eddie has taken the Bellerin role. He's the new golden child. He can do no wrong. He can do no wrong. Mancini is a bad boy manager. Listen, I like Mancini as a manager. Tevez was not on that. Tevez won't ramping, I'm telling you. Bring him back for Christmas. Imagine Aubameyang, man. Boxing Day returns. Imagine a fired-up Aubameyang with a point to prove. Aubameyang is finished. Tevez in Corinthians was scenes. Tevez moving the shameless way, I'm telling you. But let's move on. So he says, we'll go game by game. How many players are coming through the academy? I'm delighted. That is all down to the work in the academy over the years. This is the fruit of that work. It's the fruit, people. It is the fruit. Fruit and waffles. It is the fruit and waffles of the work. And now it is about finding the right moments to give opportunities to these kids, finding the space in the squad. We are seeing the fruits, people. On what he's learnt about himself in his 2 years in charge. Oh, man, you know what? I'm going to take a break before he answers this question. I'm surprised he hasn't put like four paragraphs about what he's learnt. Oh, man, I tell you what I've learnt, mate. Nah, let me not slander him. He's in the top 4. It's nearly Christmas. Big up to Luca. He said, big up, Merry Christmas, man. We have to collab in the new year. You're more than welcome to come on. Go in to hit the gym, do cardio at the Pure Gym. Merry Christmas. Big up to Luca, man. We'll sort something out, no doubt. Sean F said, it's the fruit, Curtis. It's the fruit. Kev would be proud of that one, man. Dang said Curtis the best Arsenal YouTuber. Big up, bro. The breakfast of champions, says Elliot Roberts. Fruit and waffles settings. Fruit and waffles. Top 4, you can't argue, for real. What's he learnt about himself? He said that this is much more complicated than it looks, much more unpredictable than it looks. But I love and I'm completely passionate about what I do. I feel privileged and very lucky to be where I am. I try to enjoy it as much as I can. It is a lot of pressure and a lot of decisions to make, but at the same time, it is priceless to be here. Do you know what? That is like, yo, you're coming with Martin Luther King settings there, bro. Man came with the passion. Man came with some passion. Yo, he loves it. He just needs to cry in an interview now. Just cry in a press conference and that'll be it. We'll break records, Man came with some real passion, on how close the side is to being where he wants them to be. He said, I don't know because we are halfway through the season and unfortunately the season ends in May. There are still a lot of things to do. We need to get much better to improve, but I think the team's going in the right direction. Listen, he spoke well. He spoke from the heart there still. Aubameyang back, scores, pulls out a Rolex from his pocket. Oh, man. Oba, surely you can make it back. Man said, I have a dream that I can get this Arsenal team in the top 4. The Cone Man can do it. Jazzmeat said, Curtis, breakfast time here in Canada. Should I order waffles just for the vibes? Do it, man. Why not? Why not? Get the fruit and waffles. He said we're looking at the fruits of the team. On the team news ahead of Norwich, he said we didn't pick up any injuries. Obviously, we lost Callum with COVID. We're testing every day. We'll see how it goes. Touch wood. on how he would feel about football going behind closed doors. He said, please don't go back to that stage because we have experienced that. And it's something we don't like. So hopefully it's not what happens. Listen, obviously, if it's safe, we do not want to see behind closed doors football, man. It is boring to watch. We need that passion, people. We need... Evanson said, good victory. I'm still not convinced by Ben White. He said convicted, but I think you meant convinced. I hear you. Arteta would sell anyone dreams. He would be a great politician. Where can I get tickets from? I mean, a lot of the games at the moment are general sale. Someone said the Man City game is general sale. I think you have to be an Arsenal member. So you join, get a membership, and you can buy tickets. Teta just watched some inspirational videos on YouTube. Yeah, he's been watching Gary Vee and them, you know, getting inspiration. He said on why he doesn't like it. He said because it's a different sport. Football is all about sharing it with the people, having fans around. I'm going to skip through on whether Norwich's performances have been better than results suggest. He said, absolutely, I think they deserve much more from many games. Under Dean Smith, they deserve better results. They haven't got them. Listen, let's not play that down. They should be getting slapped on Boxing Day. They're not very good. Yeah, they've improved slightly under Dean Smith, but they should be holding corn on Boxing Day, you know. Sean F said, behind closed doors here in Scotland, Kurt, it's absolute nonsense. It's sad to see, man. It is sad to see. Football without the fans is just not the same. MD said, Eddie is like the son I've never had. Farteta. I'm telling you, man. On Eddie and Nketiah, and you will not be surprised that there is a paragraph of, you know, here comes the gush over Eddie and Nketiah. We are trying really hard to do the best that we can. Obviously, the contrast has an expiry date, and you cannot control that. And we have had discussions with Eddie for a long time. I repeat again, he's repeating it, people. We got to understand that his genuine intention is that he wants to play football, and that's the thing that is driving whatever decision he's going to take for his future. And you have to respect that. Obviously, he's a player that we admire and that we want to keep. That has come through the system, and we will continue to do our best to keep him because we want him to be part of our project and the club. Now, at this point, I want Arteta to get blood tested because I want to know if he's related to Eddie and Nketiah. Because you only talk like that when you're related. That's got to be his son. I'm telling you, that has to be his son. I mean, I've never heard him talk about any player like that. I mean, wow. Imagine Eddie just pises and walks after he's been speaking like this about... I mean, is he talking about Eddie and Nketiah or is he talking about someone else? I don't know. Look at the key words here. We're trying our best. He even said, I repeat again. Man said, and again, I have to say it again. You know, he's a player that we admire. We will continue to do our best to keep him. We want him to be part of our project. Man said it's got an expiry date. He's Milk FC. Eddie Nketiah. The milk's nearly expired, people. Man is going crazy about Eddie, you know. Jeez. You call me Aubameyang's agent. You know, Laurie is Xhaka's agent. Franz Odegaard's. Kevin Campbell is Mikel Arteta's. Mikel Arteta is firmly Eddie and Nketiah's, mate. That is just waffle on top of waffle. I forgot who he was talking about. On if he's being badly advised, he said, we try to give all the advice that we can, and then he and his people will make the best decision for his future, and that's where we stand at the moment. You know, Aubameyang, look, you get one sentence out of a guy that has won you the FA Cup. Probably the reason you're in a job. You give him one sentence, you know. Eddie and Nketiah, a.k.a. Milk Nketiah, he's getting, you know, speeches off you, man. Oh, man. On if Aubameyang is in contention against Norwich, he said, what I have said is that we make the squad the day before and today. As it's still Wednesday, I haven't done the squad. Man won't even say his name, like... He won't even say the word Aubameyang. Like, he just doesn't want to speak about him. It's crazy. Oh, man. He absolutely loves that boy, Eddie, man. Loves him. On if he's available, he said, because before we did the press conference on match day -1, that's why I can do it. On match day -1, I can tell you. So the day before the game, he can tell you if Aubameyang would be in the squad. Because this game's a couple of days before, he can't tell you. They go on to say, if he just needs to apologise. So they're on about, should Aubameyang just apologise, then would it be sorted? He said, I think we have shown in this club that everybody can make mistakes or can have different ways of thinking or acting. I'm completely open to that, and it's not about that. I mean, that's interesting. Big up David from Bridgetown, Barbados. Big up to you, bro. Big up Rifty, who said accessing and transmitting waffles. Man said -1. Antarctic Arteta. So he's saying, I'm completely open to Aubameyang. That would indicate, number one, that maybe Aubameyang hasn't apologised. Because he's saying, I'm completely open to that. As if to say, all right, if he wants to apologise. But he's saying, it's not about that. So he's basically indicating it's not about the apology. This is what I mean. There's more to this story than is being revealed. I don't even understand what he's saying there, really. So, yeah, basically that's what I would say. Okay, well, he said, more than an apology is required. What more do you want him to do? Is he not training properly? Just give us some clarity on the situation. Surely the fans deserve an explanation. Man said, it's too late to apologise. It's too late. Oh, but man, you got to do more than apologise. You got to do what Eddie's doing. Man said, rub his feet. I'm done. I said, listen, you better get me in that gold Lamborghini, mate, and take me to the hairdressers. Because this Lego haircut ain't going to keep itself sharp for Christmas. If I'm not in the gold Lambo, you're done, mate. Yeah? Yeah, oh my days. Man said he wants more than an apology, people. Make it make sense. Well, basically, that's what he's saying. Man said, listen, I want brand new cones for Christmas or you're done, mate. You're finished. You're going to Barcelona on loan if you don't get me brand new cones. If Xhaka could come back, so can Alba. I mean, I'd like to think so. Alexa, play Justin Bieber. Sorry. Broads, I'm telling you, I owe you a drink for Christmas, man. I said, is it too late now to say sorry? I'm training with the youth team at Coney. Oh, bro, see, you've started it now, man. It's a problem. I've got tears in my eyes, man. Oh, my days. What's he got to do to come back? You want more than an apology? You want a haircut? You want brand new cones? What do you want? What do you want from him? Oh, my days. Josh Shaw said, big up Curtis. Arteta asked Aubameyang for a link for wrapping the cars, but Oba running. Man said, Oba, come here. Can I have a word? Man said, listen, I think I'm going to get my car wrapped for Christmas. Can you give me that Yanamize? What's his name? Yanamize? Give me the link. Man said, nah, man, you can't get him, man. You know what I mean? You're not that guy. Oh, my days. It's banging. It's an absolute banger. You lot have done me. I got tears in my eyes, people. The community, man. Broads is a problem, I'm telling you. All of you, though, man. Lego. Yeah, man wants brand new Lego figures. Man said, get me that new Lego for Christmas. Man said, listen, I've been watching these Spider-Man adverts. How about me and you go and watch Spider-Man in the Lambo? I said, Gaffer, come on, man. I've apologised already, man. What more do you want? Oh, man. The apology is not enough, my friend. He needs more. He needs more than that. On Alex Lacazette, he said, we are really happy the way he's performing, the way he's acting, and he has to continue. Told you, these men get one sentence. You know, Eddie gets a love story, man. Oh, my days. It's incredible. Sorry seems to be the hardest word. The man can't say sorry, though, but he needs more than that. I don't know what more he needs. Maybe he's got to sing to him, you know. Maybe he's got to comb his hair for him. I don't know. He needs to, he wants the cones wrapped. Man said, listen, I seen your gold Lambo. I'm thinking of getting these cones wrapped gold, man. What do you think? Man said, nah, man, you can't get that link, bruv. Oh, dear me. It's legendary, people. It is legendary. On a possible COVID break, said the clubs have decided that's the decision they've made, so we carry on. Yeah, there's no point. You know, they're going to play on. On what he will be saying to the other managers in the league, he said, first of all, I'll be listening why they are making these decisions. We are protecting the welfare of our players, which is the main thing. And then if that's the case, then okay, let's skip through. Henderson's comments this morning on player welfare said, I don't have to agree or disagree. There's the first diss track of the day. Jordan Henderson, I don't agree with what you say. I told you, man, Mick Ross settings. Bop, 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 bop. Man said Hendo. I don't have to agree with you, fella. I think we have to listen to them. There are two protagonists here. One is the players, the other is the supporters. Without the players, we can do nothing. Let me just skip through it. It's easy for us to demand. They're the ones that have to perform. I think Henderson was saying they have to, look after the players more. And if the players say no, he said, what would I say? What I would say is if the players are saying that, then it's genuine because they've never done it. They've always tried to carry on. On our turnaround this season, it's the beautiful part of it. Going from the bottom to the top four. Hey, man, told you, now we're on the Drake setting. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. You know what I mean? Top four settings, people. We really did start from the bottom as well. 3 games in, we were rock bottom, people. And the fans have to know that these things can quickly change. There's still a long way to go, and we're preparing to finish as high as we can. I'm playing behind closed doors. Didn't they already say that? We will play like we have to play. I'm saying nobody wants to go back there. On Patino getting more chances because of AFCON. He said Charlie is with us more and more in training. Yesterday was his first competitive match, which was beautiful. It was a beautiful day, and everybody involved from the club will slowly get there. If we need him, we'll use him. If the numbers are quiet, we'll throw him in. Oh, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm still recovering from the comments, people. View from the 4th, man. You know what I mean? Not views from the 6th. View from the 4th. Drizzy Drake settings, man. Had Ivan Toney trolling us. Yeah, we was rock bottom getting dissed in interviews by players. Cody Mystified. Big up, bro. Thank you for your super chat. Said, big up Curtis in the community. I heard Aubameyang ain't even training with the youth team. Apparently he's training by himself. And that's what I've heard as well, which is mind-boggling. You know, what to be just left by yourself, not even training with anyone, is just crazy. I think that's harsh. I can't lie. Mixtape settings, man. Every weekend, new diss tracks. Redal said, Redal, thank you for the super chat, bro. Appreciate that. Johnny said, best community in the game, fam. You lot are absolute legends, people. I tell you. Tears to my eyes today. Happy tears, of course. On if Pepe has been happy without minutes. A player that doesn't play, if he's happy, you have a big problem. And Nico has not been happy. He's been trying to challenge us and asking us for more minutes because this is what he wants to do, and rightly so. And this is the attitude we want from our players. See, Pepe, he's got a good attitude, man. Let's see if he can get there, man. He's not done yet, people. On if Leno has discussed his future, he said, no, the situation now is that Aaron has been starting. Burnt had the chance to play yesterday. He had a really good game. That's the situation every player has in every team. You're not playing as much. You have to play. And if not, you have to play a different sport. Shots fired at Leno. You know what I mean? Wait your turn, fella. Okay, Arteta, play him then. Exactly, man. The man's playing well. Pepe comeback, man, 2022 will be back. On 10 players who started the first game, on 10 players who started his first game in charge are no longer here. He said, probably it shows how extensive the project is. It's been an incredible amount of turnaround. We tried to make the right decisions. We'll continue what to do is best in the interest of the club. And what he's most proud of after 2 years, he said, I'm most proud of the atmosphere, the environment and the culture we have around the club and the sense of unity we have from everybody who works at the club. And within our supporters that has come a long, long way. Listen, he's still got a bit more convincing to do, mate, of me. But listen, now big up. He's had a lot on his plate. And, let's hope he gets where he needs us to, man. Pedro said, Big C, what flavour waffles today? Offals. Oh, man. That's definitely a dad joke, you know. Man saying Aubameyang flavour waffles. Read out, big up, bro, with the super chat again. Said, Big C, do you think it's a case like PJ getting thrown out by Sprewell, Arteta treating men like boys? I think he's trying to embarrass Aubameyang a little bit, you know. Lacopa said, I'm proud of the PR work that worked. Yeah, man. Don't always buy into it, people. Latte said, Big C, I read Aubameyang slapped Arteta. Oh, man. You know, nothing would surprise me at this club. On what he wishes he could have done differently. I think I have made a lot of mistakes. Fair play, you know, because you have, but at least you're owning up to it. For sure in this period, I would have time to reflect on that, but I don't know. I wish I had 6 trophies here next to me because that's what this club deserves. Waffle over, people. That was like a 3-course meal today. Dinner was fine today, I'm telling you. We got the starter, the main, and the dessert. Even a few drinks. It was like an all-you-can-eat restaurant today. Arteta always provides the waffle, that is for certain. He's starting to learn on the job. I think he is. I think he's a better manager than when he came in. It's just if he's good enough to get us where we need to get to and finish there, you know. It's not about where you are in December. It's about where you are in May. Fine dining, man. All you can eat settings. I'm stuffed. I'm stuffed, people. I'm absolutely stuffed. 6, we deserve 8 trophies. I only agree with Arteta on needing better than him. Listen, people, thank you very much for tuning in today. We've been on for an hour and 5 minutes. I appreciate your time. 1,500 of you in here. If you can smash that like, it'll be much appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. Tonight, we'll be back on with the Carabao Cup semi-final draw around 10 o'clock. So look out for that UK time if he's still up. No watch along tonight, unfortunately. I'm recording Talk is Cheap in about an hour. I think that'll be out on AFTV at 8 o'clock tonight. So look out for that. And I'll be back on tomorrow with Fran, FFTV, if he's available. Let me just see. Yeah, he said we can do tomorrow. So about 2:30 tomorrow, I'll be back with Fran. So look out for that. Enjoy the rest of your day, people. Christmas shopping and stuff to do today. Join me tonight for the Carabao Cup semi-final draw. And then 2 p.m. tomorrow with Fran. And 8 p.m. tonight on AFTV. Talk is Cheap. Enjoy the rest of your day, people. Take care. And I'll see you soon. Bless.